Hey everybody, it's Kelly with Arkansas Outdoor Adventure Training. Today I'm going to talk about survival kits, bug out bags, the difference between those two for me, quick, simple, easy things you can do to put together a bug out bag for you or your family that really inexpensive, really quick, really cheap. All the stuff that you've got is in your house right now. There's no reason that a bug out bag should be some kind of an insane thing that people make a big deal out of. I'll talk real quick about the difference between a survival kit and a bug out bag. A survival kit for me is meant for a longer term situation, such as if I drive an hour home from work every day. In that hour that I can drive, if something were to happen, I didn't have a vehicle, roads were shut down, bridges out, whatever, and I had to make that travel home on foot. I had to leave from work and walk home on foot. How long would it take me to get there? It's about 50 miles one way, so if I walk 50 miles and I say that I can do 15 miles a day, it would take me a little over 3 days to get back home. So that means that I'm going to have to spend overnight, or I'm going to have to travel at night and sleep during the day. So at some point I'm going to have to stop and rest after 15 miles have been walked that day. And in doing that, I'll probably need to find a way to make shelter, have a fire, maybe something to eat to keep my calories up, and that's what my survival kit is for. And some people will say that's a get home bag, and you can call it a get home bag, but it has basically the same type of gear that you would find in a survival kit. Ways to make fire, ways to have shelter, food, water, ways to procure that stuff if you run out, if it turns into a longer scenario. So that is what I consider a survival kit. That's my survival kit. I've got first aid, things like that, and we'll talk about all those things in just a minute. Bug out bag for me, very simple. It's to get me from point A to point B. If your point A is here and your point B is 3,000 miles away, then you may need a lot more stuff than what we're going to go over today. But in the most likely scenarios for me, I know that if the end of the world comes tomorrow, zombies have invaded the United States, or the Mayan calendar predicts doom, whatever it may be, if the apocalypse happens tomorrow, I'm not going to put on a backpack with some cool stuff in it and walk across the earth like Mad Max. I don't think I'm going to make it very long. I'll make it longer than others, but am I going to drag my family through arid wasteland with nothing but my backpack on? Even if we all have a backpack, that's going to be a pretty tough situation. So my bug out bags are pretty simple. If I have a house fire, I need to leave my house quickly. What am I going to take with me? Stuff in the bug out bag. It's already there. That way when I get outside, I've got my stuff that I need to get me to another point of shelter, which could be a relative's house, a friend's house, something like that. If there was a tornado, blew my house away. Now I don't have a house. Several people's houses got blown away. When my family and I make our way to the closest shelter, which could be a relative's house, if it's a huge, terrible disaster, you may end up being in God forbid, a public environment where you're at the local community center or a church. And these places sometimes are set up, but if you're in a smaller town or city, they may not have everything that you need to house a lot of people. In that case, you may need to bring some of your own stuff. So that's what I put in my bug out bag. It will get me from point A to point B. Our point B is relatively close, so my bug out bag doesn't have a ton of stuff in it. It is to get us from here to there. Or if we have to spend the night outside because we had a house fire and we can't get a place to stay that night. So that's the type of things that I carry in my bug out bags. And when you see the bug out bags, you'll think it doesn't look much like a bug out bag like I've seen on YouTube and a lot of websites, and it probably doesn't. I've got 6 kids. We try to do everything on a budget, and you have to do survival stuff and disaster preparedness stuff on a budget. Sit down, make a budget, decide how much you can realistically spend on disaster preparedness, and don't go over that. Don't go crazy spending thousands of dollars and mortgaging your house to buy some underground bunker if you don't have that. that's part of survival too. So let's go ahead and take a look at some of the stuff that is in my survival kit. I've got some of it laid out here on the table. Let's see if I can get the camera loose. There we go. Alright, survival kit, basics, fire, water, food, and shelter. If you'll notice over here in this little pile, I've kind of got it separated. I have several ways to make a fire. This is a flint and steel kit. The flint and steel kit also has a magnifying glass on top of it. I'm sure you've probably seen these for sale on the internet, but it's just a box with your flint and steel inside of it. And like I say, it's got magnifying glass there. Stormproof matches. I carry those in a medicine bottle wrapped with a little duct tape just in case I need it. Also inside there with the matches are strikers. Those two little things right there. Easy to use fire starter, one of the old school military issue ones. This one's made by the Dome Company. They make the best one. Attached to that's a can opener just in case I have some cans of food that I might need to open. One more way to start a fire, that's 3. Here's another fire starter. It's just got a ferrocerium rod in it with a blade on this end. It's 4. Several cigarette lighters. I've got 3 right there. That's 5 ways. And this is just simple Vaseline and cotton balls, also kept in a medicine bottle. It's just Vaseline coated cotton balls. Great way to start a fire. They'll burn for 3 to 5 minutes. Next thing we've got, just in case I need it, I've got a whistle in case I need to signal my family or someone else. I have a fishing kit. Inside it, it's got all the stuff that I need to go fishing. Over here I've got water procurement stuff, and in my kit I carry a canteen cup, but I also have 4 bags of drinking water that are already ready to go. I don't know if you can see that. Emergency drinking water. I already have that. Sawyer filter, and this is one of the best that you can find. This is a Sawyer Mini, fits great in your backpack. Iodine, it's great for cuts. It's also great for treating your water. Military treated it this way for years. This is 2% tincture of iodine. Make sure that's what you get. With that Sawyer, you get a bag to carry your water. You get a straw to use to drink it with if you just want to hook the straw directly to the filter, and you get this backwash cleaner. One thing that I do carry in a kit with me like this is I carry certain documents in a small flash drive. I don't carry all my documents in here because if it got into the wrong hands I'd be in trouble, but I do carry certain documents. Copies of your driver's license, things like that can help you out in certain situations. If you were to lose yours and the police come by and want to know whatever. Okay. Waterproof ink pen and paper. This one's made by the Right in the Rain company. And these are military issue. Just about every guy I know in the military's got one. This is a first aid kit. Certain things that I carry in my first aid kit. Yet another cigarette lighter. I've got chapstick, bandages. I have crazy glue in there in case I get a cut and have to stitch myself up real fast. And signal mirror, things like that. Lots of different types of bandages and medications. Another little flashlight. And all my spare batteries in there. Nice waterproof case. Just in case something really bad happens and somebody that knows what's going on is out there looking for me. This is a little strobe light that's run by a 9-volt battery, and it's only going to be seen with infrared night vision. Alright, survival blanket. This is one of the better ones that I have found, and it's from SOL Heat Sheets. It's a really good one. Of course, you can see that's big enough for 2 people. Alright, lighting situation. In case I want to signal somebody or hang something on a branch to let them know that I'm here, or if I need to tie these around my kid's neck or something like that. I got some miniature glow sticks. I've got a battery operated glow stick. There's 2 different colors, red or green, in case I want to switch my colors. And then I also have my headlamp, which also has red. And then I have this one just in case something happens. I've got that small pocket size. Paracord always, 50 feet. Bug spray. Shemagh in case I need to cover my head, and that's just basically, a shemagh is just basically a big huge bandana. You've seen terrorists all over the world wearing them around their head, make them look scary. Cold weather cap, just in case it is cold weather, or I can use it to put berries or whatever in. A military grade poncho inside there for shelter. I've got my fixed blade knife. I've got my Leatherman tool. Rat trap. The hole drilled in it is for procuring food such as squirrels, rabbits, or anything else that might cross its path. Food items. These are whole cashews. Lots of good fats. Protein. Beef jerky. Real simple. And I've got an MRE. So that's basically what I carry in my survival kit. The bag that I carry it all in is this one. It's a Maxpedition Falcon 2 heavy duty lifetime guarantee. You can never go wrong with a lifetime guarantee. Alright, that's it for the survival kit. The next one we're going to come back with very basic bug out bags. Thanks for watching.